Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are the Odds Couple. You come to SportsbookReview.com. It's the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and we're going to get analysis from Al Mcmordie from BigAl.com on the Pittsburgh KC game, one of the more controversial games probably of the playoffs. It's an interesting one. Mike Brenner, as you know, on Monday, I gave out in our show under 45.5 as an official pick on this game. It's now down to 44, 43.5, or 43 at the BetOnline book. So the under is crashing. I don't know. Anyone who tailed it at 45.5 got a good line. When I take it right now, I'm not exactly sure. And, of course, there's been a lot of movement on the side as well. On Monday, you gave Pittsburgh at +3, -125, and that's now down to 1 or 1.5.
I'm loving it even more now.
Yeah, I mean, what's your take on obviously the big issue is you're not worried about Roethlisberger injury.
No, and I think that's a little bit built up more than what it is, Pete. And I think that Le'Veon Bell is going to have a huge game. If they've got to depend on their ground game, guess what? You're handing it off to the right guy. I just think Alex Smith is due for one of those mistake-prone type of games, and I think the pressure is going to be coming at him from every single side. All due respect for Andy Reid, for that team, for that defense, and for that stadium. But I think Pittsburgh on the road, they're not even worried about it, and I think between Brown, Big Ben, and especially Bell, I think Pittsburgh goes in and gets this done, and I got a feeling Big Al's going to be on with me here. I don't know why, but something tells me.
Of course, KC has a strong, their reputation of having a strong home field advantage, and of course they also do have some potent weapons,
no doubt,
on special teams. Al Mcmordie, what's your take on Pittsburgh and KC?
Well, last week, guys, I don't know if you remember, we talked about the Packers and Giants. All three of us, of course, had the Green Bay Packers in that game.
Yes.
And, if you recall, I mentioned how tough of a scheduling situation New York was in that ball game as they were playing their third straight road game. And such teams have been awful in the playoffs over the years. Well, this Steelers-Chiefs game also presents a very difficult scheduling situation for the road team, as the Steelers are playing their first road game following 3 straight home games, including a win in their last game, which was a playoff game. And NFL road underdogs now are 0-11 against the spread going back to 1981 off a home playoff win if they also were at home in their previous 2 games. So that does not bode well for the Steelers on the road at Kansas City. And even worse for Pittsburgh, they blew out the Chiefs 43-14 in early October. But the Chiefs are a terrific 20-10 against the spread at home in their last 30 when playing with same-season revenge, including a perfect 10-0 against the spread versus foes with a win percentage of .715 or less if that opponent was also off a win. So I'm going to take a shot with Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs here. I know, Mike, you made some great points about the Steelers and Le'Veon Bell. And, of course, Pittsburgh is battle-tested. They've been in the playoffs almost every year. So certainly you can't take that away from Pittsburgh, but I think this is a very, very, very tough game. And, they're going up in class. I mean, after playing the Miami Dolphins, now they have to play the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a tough test for Pittsburgh.
All right, well, the line has gone down since you gave it, Mike Brenner. It's now down to 1.5 or 1. Al Mcmordie recommending a play on the Chiefs -1.
I love it. Al and Al, head-to-head. Al and I are going head-to-head. With all due respect, one of us is going to walk away with the bookies' money, and that's most important.
Both of us?
Yeah, damn right. And there is a chance we could both walk away.
Absolutely.
And I do want to throw some props out because all 3 of us drove that car to the bank last week. And when Al told me about the road, this is their 3rd road game. That was just the straw that broke the camel's back for me.
Right.
That's it. I'm pulling the trigger.
But he just told you something that
exactly.
is not good
and I
for
have
you
2 things to say about the 0-11. Numbers don't lie. And yes, absolutely. That just stopped me in my tracks. But I thought about it this way. Hell, I like this pick so much. My cup is half full. There's 2 sayings that come to mind. All good things must come to an end, and nothing lasts forever, baby. So the 0-11, I believe, comes a 1-11. I think Pittsburgh breaks that trend, and I just really feel momentum and emotion win this game, and that is with all due respect to one of my mentors.
It is a tough place to play, though, on the road.
Very tough. Pistol Pete is very tough, and I love this.
All right.
I'm telling you, I love this game.
Going head-to-head, I would say right now I have no opinion on the side, but I think I would be leaning, and this is not I think I would be leaning KC, and my factor, as I've talked about, is just because I think there's a little bit of an under-the-radar advantage in special teams for KC in this game that people aren't really talking about that much.
There is, and besides Kelsey, the tight end, and his mind's all wrapped up in his new reality show. That guy's got a reality show going. No, I love that fact. That's going to take away his attention. I'm telling you, this team in experience and battle-tested, as Al said, they're going to go in and get this win. I feel so damn good about this play.
All right, Al, are there any non-technical factors that you think are working into the Chiefs' favor right now?
No, not really. And as you know, I'm a very technical and situational handicapper, but I really like Kansas City.
This is great. This could be the head-to-head of all ages, baby.
And again, there is a very strong possibility, or not a strong, there is a legit possibility that you guys could get a middle here, or one could push and one could win.
You know, there was a game a few years ago that I gave out, the Kansas City-Indianapolis game, where that line went from like +4 to -2 or -1 or whatever, landed right in the middle, 45-44. You know, if you recall that from a few years ago, that game.
You know what, Al?
It's very possible.
And you and I both work hard enough. We deserve that break, and I think Pistol Pete will endorse that. He'll co-sign
Maybe it'll
that
happen.
one.
Sure. All right. Al McMordie's website is bigal.com. Give a plug for your website, Al McMordie.
Well, you know, I've been on fire. It's been a terrific run. Currently on a 19-9 run. We had a great football weekend last week. We cashed our wild card game of the year on the Houston Texans, and then came back with the 2-0 sweep on Sunday with the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and capped it all off on Monday with the Clemson Tigers. It's been a terrific run. We're 80-51 our last 131 football plays, and this Saturday we'll be featuring our NFL Divisional Round game of the year, and folks can get it right now. It's on Saturday. Just pick it up for just $30. Go to bigal.com and click on picks for sale. And if you just want to test drive our picks without purchasing anything, we have complimentary winners every single day, and not just one free pick. We have 4 free picks, 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, and 1 from Scott Spreitzer. Just go to bigal.com and click on free picks.
Okay, thanks, Al.
Thanks, Al. Have a great day, and it's always good to be on air with you, buddy.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.